Yes. Shaykh Abdul Haqq درجة سيد تركتنا صحبة وخير في جميع. Our way is صحبة to come together under the eyes of our Shaykh, awliya. Blessing comes on the group more than sitting by ourselves. We're sitting by myself, TV is there, YouTube is there, other things is there. The group, the kind of blessing comes. Shaban left that as his wasiyah, his legacy. He said, whoever comes together in my name, in the name of Allah and Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, sake of Tariqat Naqshbandiyya Aliyah, that blessing is there. He cautioned Dar Shahrat Afad Ast that anything you do to make, not to make Allah happy, but to make people happy, become famous, will wind up coming to your detriment at the end. When the deeds are presented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what you thought were good deeds will be the opposite, because they weren't done for Allah's sake. We're asking to be sincere. Allah knows what's our sincerity level, 1% or 0.5%. The Mano was saying everyone likes to be unique. Everyone likes to be recognized. I am somebody. Who was that one? They had a song, I am somebody, back in the 60s or 70s. It was a political chant. Political campaigner. I am somebody. I am. The audience said, I am somebody. And like that, each one of us likes to be somebody. No one likes to be lowered or humiliated or disrespected or not taken account of. We like to be recognized, all of us. It's a human trait. It's a trait of our egos. It's one of the components of our ego. Likes to be something. And its final target, although most of us never get that chance, is to be like Fir'aun, to say, I am God. Ego's final hidden target, secret target, is to declare its lordship, its godship. But most of us don't get that chance. Small tyrants for ourselves or our families or a few people. Very few people get the chance, like Fir'aun, Nimrod, or famous tyrants in history. They come to their balcony, bathing in the applause. But really, Sheikh said, we're identical twins. Our egos is identical twins. Like our bodies are identical, more or less. Few differences in blood type or like this or like that, but it's a known quantity. You can go to a doctor and they can find a way to treat symptoms. Everybody comes with heart and lungs and liver and eyes and mouth. For dentists to have teeth. If you came with 6 mouths and 10 eyes and 12 hands and 4 heads, what the doctor is going to do? Everyone different. Same, like that, our egos is the same. But dreaming to be the top. But really, each one of us is unique, he said, in our reality in our creation. We intended to make a deputy for ourselves in the earth, on earth. And human beings, the first one saying Adam. So, human beings has a special creation that each one of us is uniquely representing different aspects and from Allah's beautiful names and attributes. That's why I was about. He has endless ones. 99 famous ones are Rahman, Rahim, Malik, Qudus, Salam. And he has hidden names endless. Old Testament has from the 2000, New Testament has one, I don't know the number. Quran has 99, but really there's endless. His names are endless, and his attributes are endless. There's some main roots. And each human being is created as a, how can we say it? Mazhar. If I'm not making a mistake, may Allah forgive me, a place of manifestation, a locus of manifestation, Professor Chiddick would say, quoting Ibn Arabi. A place where is a hologram? If you have a hologram, when you project it somewhere, you see a rock or a tree or something, or Space Wars character or something. Where is it? It's a locus of manifestation appearing in a place. We're a locus of manifestation for Allah's names and attributes. Each one of us different. And our job is to try and know about that, which kind of names and attributes we're manifesting, what we're representing. Who is our Lord? Make it in simple language. Allah is the Lord, Ismul Jamia, gathers all the names. But specifically, who are you? Are you Abdul Qudus? Are you Salam? Are you Mumin? Like that. Who are you? And endless names. If you look into different kinds of dua from famous awliya, you find so many strange names in their dua. From Suryani language, from ancient languages, names of angels, names of jinn, names no one heard of, names for Allah. Who am I? Who am I? Our job to come to earth to learn that. Marifatullah. The best prophets, what's the best work for people? Marifat. To know Allah. Knowledge of Allah. And the hadith says, Man arafa nafsahu, man arafa rabbahu. Who knows himself, knows his Lord. So our first job to know ourselves. When we came to earth, before we came to earth, all the souls, everyone has a soul, different from the others. Before we were given bodies and given our time, we're living in this year, in 2021. Some people were living in 1066. Some people were living in 1200. Some people were living BC 2000, 3000. Everyone had their time for a period. Before we began to appear, generation by generation, starting with Adam days, we were gathered in the spiritual world according to tradition and according to Holy Quran. I said, am I not your Lord? Bala, I, stronger than yes, stronger than no. Bala, I, we swore. Yes, you are our Lord. We witness on that. And it was a day of promises. And we promised our Lord that when we're going to come to earth, generation by generation, we're going to do our best to get that knowledge to know the secret that he put within each one of us. Each one of us has a secret. We're going to know about it. We're going to try to learn about it. How? I gave you the tools. I gave you mind to think. I gave you heart to intuit, the intuition. I gave you eyes and ears and hands to use everything to gather that knowledge. Go through the world and gather that knowledge. Look around you. Look at my signs. Think deeply on them. Try to get that knowledge. What's that? See, who am I? What am I? Until our time is going to be up. How long I have to keep looking for that? Up until death. وَاعْبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينُ. وَاعْبُدْ. Some say worship Allah. That ubudiyah means exert yourself to know about Him, to know about yourself as much as you can. The Prophet said up to China, which means up to the end of the world, up to as much as you can, to the limit, past the limit. Up until yaqeen comes, which means death. Let your death find you on that struggle. The speaker also, no one's exempt. And Allah make the speaker to do what he says, not to just say it. It's the special danger for speaking. Therefore, Dar Shahran after that. They said it to make a good impression on people, but not to do it. Where's Shaykh? Reading Quran. Try to get that knowledge. Try to get that knowledge. It needs the whole range of the Shariat and the Sunnah of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and the ways of tariqat, praying and fasting and reading Quran and salawat and worshipping and zikr and contemplation also. Muraqabah, mushahidah, fikr, thinking deeply, looking at Allah's signs, thinking, try to find on the horizons in yourself. Allah says, Sunurihim ayatuna fi anfaqi wa fi anfusi. We show you, soon we will show you our signs on the horizons, means in the world around you and in yourselves. Until you can verify that is the truth. But most people were not after that. We're after everything else. All the issues that are before us today, if you look on the internet now, used to be a newspaper, comes once a day in the morning. It used to be a paper boy when I was, how old are you now? 13? When I was 13, I had my bicycle. I had a big basket, extra big sized basket on the front, wire basket. Every morning, a truck would come and throw a bundle of papers on the driveway and cut the wire, take them, roll them up, put rubber bands and put them in the basket. We're driving down the street. Sunday they were big, you had to go and put them because the rubber band won't break. Now continuous news comes. This and that, and this and that, and this and that. In every country, in every channel. What's going on in this? You get fed up with US news. Oh, look and see what they're doing in Germany, what they're doing in Kazakhstan, what they're doing in Turkey, what they're doing in Chile. So many things happening. But I didn't see one thing saying, oh, people, exert yourselves to the limit to try to do what you promised your Lord before you came into this world, to know your secret. Who are you? You're going to be asked when you come down. Did you learn that? I'm going to be asked. Did you learn it or you just said it? Nobody concerned with that issue. Only with politics, with Great Reset, with COVID, with this world, global world, national sovereignty and global sovereignty. One day this whole world will be rolled up like a scroll. What difference it makes? To whom is the command today? Allah will say. Oh, globalist, old national sovereignist. For whom is the command today? Your command is no longer even with you, oh individual. Not what you're going to do. Every prophet, and every wali, Shaykh Nazim especially, Shaykh Hashem especially, Grand Shaykh especially, we're calling people to learn their real selves. Try to come closer to find their real selves, to exert themselves in that work. To acquire the tools you need. You need patience. He needs patience. Mostly Maulana's training was training his Marines like army recruits at the army training to do push-ups and running and be in shape. He was training his troops to be in shape for the spiritual job, training with patience. How do you acquire patience? They asked one of our great grand sheikhs, Abayid Bistami, said, what's the way? What's tariqah? What's the way? The way is easy. It means carrying everything you don't like. That's the way. And everybody ran out. No one wants to hear this. What are you offering? Oh, people, I'm giving you everything you don't like. Carry it. What? That's the worst thing I ever heard. I'm out. Shaitan said, come, I'll give you everything you like. But then we never did our jobs. We never acquired the patience, the spiritual strength necessary to live that weight of martyrdom. If you never did one push-up or walk even 10 feet, how are you going to carry out physically? When the troops hit the field, they can't do anything. Used to appoint the new diversity chief for the Air Force. The enemy is in front of us. Colonel, pin down. What should we do? We call the diversity chief. We can fix it. On the other side, we're bringing in reinforcements. There's the diversity chief. Get that one first. That was done. Try to tell them what they're going to say. They won't listen. Quran says everyone drunk but not drunk. Humanity is like drunk, acting like drunk people, but not drunk. It's acting. The behavior is crazy. So we're trying to acquire the patience necessary to reach to the knowledge about Allah, the knowledge about ourselves. And Allah grant us. The Shaykh used to say, don't pray for death. First he said, don't kill yourself. Because you won't get out of your problem by killing yourself. And so many people say, I'm going to end it all. And then they found out what happened. I didn't get out of my problem. Now I'm in a worse situation. Will shoot himself. Will shoot himself a trillion times. Will stab himself over and over again, like a bad episode of Twilight Zone. You can't. You have to deal with it. Then he said, don't wish for death. One day of life is better than 1,000 years in the grave because you can do the job we promised our Lord we do. Every day you can do something to try and acquire that knowledge. Oh my Lord, I'm intending to reach that knowledge, So help open for me the doors of understanding, the doors of intuition. To be able to let me to get a sense of the right way, something to guide me. From anywhere you might get it. One word from somebody on the street might be enough to open something. You don't know. You don't know. Anyone might say something. A child might say something. A street person might say something. Anywhere you might take a wisdom. Prophet said, wherever you find wisdom, that's your lost property, the lost property of the believer. Wherever you find it, claim it as your own. But we're not looking. We're not looking. Holy Quran says, how many signs of Allah will pass by unaware? And Allah make us to wake up, the speaker especially, but to make the intention. Try to make the intention every day. Oh my Lord, I'm intending to complete the promise I made to you, to reach the knowledge of you. Religion is not only it's an active thing. I'm a Catholic, I'm a Lutheran, I'm a Sunni Muslim, I'm a Shia Muslim, I'm a Hindu, I'm a Vedanta, I'm a Jewish, I'm a Orthodox, I'm a Reformed. It's not that. It's an active searching for that knowledge. Prophets came and gave us the methods, but instead of doing that, we built for ourselves a concrete box and we're sitting in that. So this is my religion. I built it with my mind. Now Allah forgive us. Prophet said, my nation is going to do what the ones before did. They took what their prophets brought and made something. They worship what they built with their own hands. They said for the idol worship. That's just for those statue builders? No, there's no statue builders now. Only very few. We're those statues. We made that. It's for us. When Quran talks about past nations, all Bani Israel, or followers of Isa, Nasari, or this one or that one, they're talking to us. We're the ones with Quran, not them. These are look, these are your problems reflected from there, but look, you have that in you. May Allah forgive us and make us to improve. The Hermit Habib, the Hermit Prophet. At least sit sometime. Open your door. Only open our door. Open your good door in this outer world in myself. To learn something, to see something, to know something. Ya Haqq Allah. Fatih. اللهم صل كان من بلد من باب كان من عزيز الأبد. اللهم قال الله تبارك وتعالى